Hello, everybody. This is the lesson two, part two of understanding ratio concepts. So, our learning target today is understand the concept of a ratio and use ratio language to describe a ratio relationship between two quantities. So, really, what we're doing is we're just looking a little deeper at what ratios are and how we can explain them. So, this was just our starter. We're looking at different ratios here. Which type of noodles would you like best? So some of us talked about we like having a little bit more dry noodles. So this ratio would work for us. We want more noodles and less cheese. Me, as the teacher friend here, I really like A. I like a little bit of noodles and a lot of cheese. So we're just comparing some ratios here. And then some of my friends chose 2 cups of cheese to 2 cups of noodles, kind of keep things balanced. So we can look at ratios as more than just dogs to cats. We can kind of look at it in a real world sense, like ratios of how we put things, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I like more peanut butter than jelly, so that's a ratio. Okay, so looking at those things in a real world sense. Here we're just going to draw our model. It says for every 4 pears, we have 2 cups of yogurt and 6 tablespoons of granola. So we have to complete our model. So I'm going to be using this information over here, this recipe, to complete my model. So it tells me that I need 2 cups of yogurt. Okay, so I already have 1 cup of yogurt there. I'm going to draw one more square to make sure I complete the drawing. Then tablespoons of granola. Over here it says that I need 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have modeled the scenario. So it tells us we can compare 2 quantities by using words or symbols. So what we're going to do is we're either going to use the word to or a colon, which looks like that. Okay, so when we go down here, write each ratio 2 different ways. Use the word to and a colon. Okay, so we're going to be using that recipe to write these ratios. So I'm going to look here and it says the ratio of cups of yogurt to pears. So cups of yogurt to pears. It's really important in which way we order the ratio. So it's asking us to put yogurt first. So we're going to put 2, I don't want yellow. We're going to put 2 to 4 and 2 to 4 because we're comparing yogurt to pears. Okay, now the next thing we're going to look at is the ratio of cups of yogurt to, so I'm going to write that down, to tablespoons of granola, which is here, 6. And then I can write it again, 2 to 6. Okay, and then the last one we're looking at, it's going to ask us for the ratio of tablespoons of granola, so that's first, to cups of yogurt, 2. Okay, then it's going to use our model to complete the sentences. The ratio of, and I need to look here to help me understand what it's asking. The ratio of whatever 4 is, which is pears, ratio of pears, which is the 4, to 6, which is granola, is 4 to 6 because there are 4 pears for every 6 tablespoons of granola. Okay, so in this next one, I'm going to be looking at the numbers 6 and 4. So that means I'm going to be using granolas to pears. So I'm going to use granola first. Okay, so the ratio of granola, because that's my 6 value, to 4 pears is 6 to 4 because there are 6 tablespoons of granola for every 4 pears. Okay. And we're just going to skip that one there. We're going to go ahead and look at this ruddy duck and mallard duck scenario. So it says students record the types of ducks they see on a nature walk in Central Park in New York City. Draw a model to show the ratio of mallards to ready ducks. So mallards, 8, ready ducks, 5. So a mallard is this one, a ready duck is this one. Okay, so I'm just going to use circles and squares. And I'm going to put this over here. So I'm going to use mallards or squares, ready ducks, I'll make circles just so I have a key and I know what I'm doing. So it says that I need 8 mallards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've done my mallards. Now I'm going to move on to my ready ducks. I should have 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now I have modeled my ratio. Okay. Now let's look at this next one. It says some ratio relationships involve parts of a larger whole. For these relationships, ratios can compare 2 parts or a part and a whole. So in this situation, the parts are mallards and ready ducks. Okay, so mallards and ready ducks. The whole is if we put them together. So we're going to add these together. So 8 plus 5, we have to find out how many ducks there are total. We know if we put them together, we're going to get 13 ducks. Okay, so that's our whole. So then when it asks us, what does the ratio 8 to 13 represent? Well, this 8 I can see is mallards. The 13 I can see is ducks altogether. So this is going to represent mallards to ducks total. Okay. Then on the next one here, it says circle the type of ratio that 8 to 13 is. So this is a part and this is a whole. So it's going to be part to whole. It's not going to be whole to part because that 13 isn't first. Remember, we need to pay attention to the order of the ratio. So it's going to be part to whole. Okay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and skip that one. This is the one that we really wanted to look for here. So this one seems tricky because there's a lot of words, but it's very simple if we can just draw a model. So it says the puppies in a litter are either black or brown. The ratio of black puppies to the total number of puppies is 3 to 8. So that means I already know it's talking about black puppies. So I know I have 3 black puppies. Okay, so I'm just going to make a key over here. This is black puppies. Okay, and then it says the total is 8. So what I have to do here is I have to subtract. If I have 8 total, to find the brown puppies, I need to subtract the black puppies. So 8 minus 5, or 8 minus 3, is 5. So my whole number, which is 8 puppies altogether, minus the black puppies, is going to be 5. And that means I have 5 brown puppies. So I'm going to go ahead and model that with a brown circle. So now if I look at my picture, I have all together 8 puppies. So I've drawn my model. Great. Am I finished? No. What it's asking us is to tell the ratio of brown puppies to black puppies. So looking at my drawing here, I can see that there are 5 brown puppies to 3 black puppies, and I can write that with words or a colon. Okay. If I were to write 3 to 5 or 3 to 5, that would be incorrect because that would be showing black puppies to brown puppies, and that's not what it asked us for. So it's very important to pay attention to the order of your ratio. Now, before you take your quiz, there are some things that we need to look over. So this problem says there are 4 apple trees for every 1 avocado tree. So I'm going to use 4 apple trees for every 1 avocado tree. Okay. I'm also going to make myself a little rate table. This is apples, and this is avocados. Okay. So I can see here I have 4 apples for every 1 avocado. Okay. Now if I were to make another set, that means I would have 8 apples and 2 avocados. Then if I were to make another set, that would show me that I have 12 apples now and 3 avocado trees. I can clearly see a relationship between here. So if I do times 4 this way, I can see that there's 4 times as many apple trees as there are avocados, right? So there's always going to be 4 times as many apple trees as there are avocados. Okay, so I can see a relationship there. The next thing I want to show is there's sometimes going to be some problems that have large amounts. So if you can see here, 30 plain shirts and 25 design shirts. So am I really going to sit there and draw 30 plain shirts? No, but I can model it for my brain a little bit. So I'm going to draw a plain t-shirt and know that those are 30. And then I'm going to draw a design t-shirt. So I'm just going to put, my name's Jamie, so I'm going to design it with a J. Woo! Okay, and then I know there's 25. So just looking at this, I have a part to part. I have 30 and 25. If I want to make this, so we'll say part to part, we can compare them. We can say 30 to 25, because we're comparing undesigned to designed, or we can compare them from designed to undesigned. Those are part to part. Now, if I want to look at part to whole, how do I do that? I do that by combining these two. So 30 plus 25. So I know 30 plus 25, and it's always okay to show your work, is 55. So now I know that I have 55 shirts total. So if I want to compare undesigned shirts, just plain t-shirts, then I can put 30 to 55. If I want to compare these design t-shirts, I can say 25 to 55 to compare the quantities. Okay, so you don't always need to draw them all out, but sometimes just drawing a quick little picture can help your brain. And then just doing some simple math and creating these ratio relationships. Anyway, that is our lesson for today. If you have any questions, please let me know on Canvas and I would be happy to help you.